So one of the most challenging things I had to face after cancer was learning to rebuild my life again. And I think a lot of people, or a lot of you who are watching this, can attest after going through something challenging in your life. It doesn't have to be cancer, but if you are a cancer survivor and you're listening to this, you will understand that there's a lot of challenges that are not talked about. And today specifically, I want to talk about how I was able to transform my body. You know, a little context before I even get into it. Before I was diagnosed with cancer, I was a 185-pound personal trainer. I was healthy, I was eating the right foods, I was working out every day, really taking care of myself. And I have a little saying is that cancer does not discriminate. Doesn't matter if you're healthy, it doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter where you're at in life, cancer can hit you at any point in time. So obviously there's things to help minimize it, but what I'm trying to get at here is in a matter of 8 months, I dwindled down from 185 pounds to 110 pounds after going through chemo, after going through 40 days in the ICU, a 2-week non-induced coma, kidney and liver failure, 5 major surgeries. And today I want to talk about how I was able to rebuild my life from 110 pounds to now today at 185 pounds, where I really, it wasn't just a body transformation, but it was a life transformation. And if you are kind of in that spot right now where you're like, hey, I'm trying to transform my body, I'm trying to gain the weight, or I gained a ton of weight, I'm trying to lose the weight, I'm trying to become healthier, I'm trying to put on some lean muscle, whatever it might be, I want to share how I was able to do this, and hopefully it can give you guys good blueprint of what you need to do as well. So the first thing I did was I had to realize that I wasn't going to achieve this goal overnight. And what I always say is we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in weeks and months and underestimate what we can accomplish in a matter of years. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This did take me 1.5 to 2 years to completely rebuild my body and get to where I need to be. But I was able to do this through consistent, daily, small wins and actionable steps. And not every day was a win, but what I'm trying to say is a lot of the time we quit right before we're about to have that massive breakthrough in our lives. And I want to say that sometimes you need to just push through the pain, push through the unknown, which is the most important part, and just say, hey, listen, I don't exactly know where I'm going. I'm not super clear with this, but today I'm going to put one foot in front of the other and just push myself forward. So here's exactly what I did. First was learning to walk. You know, I basically started off super small, 50 meters. Within a week, I was up to 75 to 100 meters. Within, you know, and I would bring my dad or my mom or my wife now, Lauren, would bring a wheelchair or like a foldable chair with me, so that when I was walking and I got super tired, they'd bring out the foldable chair, they'd set it down and I could sit, and then I could keep going once I had the energy to do it. And eventually, as I kept progressing, I got a little further. At first it was just the driveway, then it was a little bit out into the sidewalk, then a little bit further, and a little bit further. And one day I said, you know what? Don't even bring the foldable chair. I will figure out a way to do this. And this was like I just told you, embracing the unknown, the scary step. I didn't know if I was going to or not, but I had the willpower to say and the courage to say I'm going to do this. And once I was able to do that, it was like a light bulb switched in my mind that if I was able to overcome that hurdle, the next part of my health journey was going to be a little easier and a little easier. And what I'm trying to say here is sometimes just a little bit of courage and a little bit of imperfect action will go so much further along in your health journey. So once I started doing that, I started just to pick up some weights, some very light weights. I started to pick up some 5-pounders. I was doing bicep curls. I was doing some shoulder presses. And for me, being a personal trainer, I was very lucky that I had the knowledge. And that is one thing you can never take away. And that is, your knowledge. That's why I always say your greatest investment is in yourself, because at the end of the day, your knowledge will help you excel forward. So for me, I knew what training I had to do, and obviously with all the surgeries and how weak I was, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of the exercises, but I could do some of them. As I got stronger, I was doing small dumbbells, I was doing light resistance training with like band work and things like that. I started to gain that weight back. So there's the exercise part. Next, I said, okay, what's the next tool or step that I need to do to rebuild my life? And that was my nutrition. So then I started to focus on quality foods. At first I was like, I don't even care how many calories, let's focus on quality foods first. So fruits, lean meats, vegetables, healthy carbs, that's gonna give me that energy source. And as I kept eating, I started to put a little more calories, and I went from 110 to 115 to 120 to 125. And this was month after month after month. And after about 6 to 8 months, I was probably about 40 pounds heavier. I was able to walk, a lot further. I was able to do things more. I was able to really heal my body because I was doing those small wins. Remember in the beginning I said small victories is what allows you to completely transform your life. So it started off with the walking, then it started off with the lifting, then it started off with the eating, and there was also other parts too. You're making sure you get quality sleep, making sure that you're hydrating properly, things like that. But as I continued to do that, guess what happened? I started to build like unwavering confidence in my life. And that's what the key is, guys, is when you stay consistent and you do the hard tasks, and even if you fail, because there was many days where I was like, okay, I have no energy, I need to just, rest, I need to, take a day off, and that's okay. But then you pick yourself back up. The problem is a lot of times we go a couple weeks or even months, and then all of a sudden a day or 2 days or 3 days turn into weeks and months of setbacks because we just let ourselves go. And I never allowed myself to do that. And that is what allowed me to truly transform, build unwavering confidence, and then momentum into my life. And then as a year went by, next thing I knew, I was a totally different version of myself, not just physically now, but mentally as well. Because I was like, I just overcame some of the most difficult moments of my entire life. And now I'm here, sitting here, almost, 60 pounds heavier, and in a matter of a year, transforming my life, able to do the things that I never even knew if I was going to be able to do again. And that is what I want to get at today. Then finally, a year and a half, 2 years later, I completely transformed my life. And then when I was able to finally transform my life, I was like, okay, what's next in my journey? And maybe you guys are kind of at that point too. If you're watching this, you've helped heal yourself or transform. You're like, what's next? For me, it was taking those experiences and using it to inspire and help others. And that is what I'm doing here today. I'm giving you everything that I've learned and everything that I know that has allowed me to transform myself. And a lot of you are like, well, what's a workout plan and what's a nutrition plan? I'm telling you right now, all you need to focus on is just small little victories. Get in the weight room, start with light weights, go for short walks, do what you can do. Start with quality foods, add some calories onto those quality foods. And next thing you know, you're going to transform your entire life. And you transform your body, transform your mind, and then transform your life. So for me, it was really starting with the mindset saying, I can do this. I know it's not an easy journey, but I can do this. And then taking that action towards it. So I hope this gives you guys a little bit of advice today of what, of where you can go along your health journey, how you can start transforming your life, how you can take one step at a day, or one step at a time. And what I call it is winning the day. Ultimately, if you win 4 of the 7 days, that means you've won the week. If you can win 3 of the 4 weeks, that means you've won the month. And if you can win 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 months, you win the year. And next thing you know, just like I said, you are a totally different version of yourself. So if you're looking, if you're in that, struggle, or if you're in that time right now where it is just a challenge for you, just focus on today. That's all I ask you. Just focus on today, and then when tomorrow comes, focus on what you can do tomorrow. And if you fail, that's okay. That's a lesson. It's not a failure. It's a lesson that'll help excel you forward. And eventually you might get to a point where you want to help and inspire others. And I'll tell you right now, it's been the most fulfilling journey of my life to be able to give back now, help and inspire others who, have been in the same shoes as me and, you know, are in the same shoes as me and are looking to completely transform their body, completely transform their life, and really take themselves to the next level after whatever challenging moment they went through. So with that said, I'm going to end the video here. I wanted to just share this short journey with you. I'm going to share a lot more. I'll even get into more detail. I will share workout plans. I will share nutrition plans. I will share very detailed stuff with you guys too. If you can just tell me in the comment below, you know, if you can comment below and tell me things that you would like me to cover when it comes to healing, when it comes to transforming your mind, when it comes to transforming your body, that you have questions on or that you want me to cover in the topics, I'm happy to do so. So thanks again, guys. Matt Odie here, CEO and founder of Survivor HQ, and we'll talk soon.